After successfully skipping through sectors, Layla has been prepared, even having absorbed a portion of her authority. Dreamseeker wakes up in the first sector. This is the very beginning of Luoxing, the time when the god Senadina is still alive. Here, Senadina appears before Dreamseeker, the same figure met in the dream. Helia and Coralie are there too. When Dreamseeker explains that they're coming from the future, Senadina is not surprised, since she had already suspected it. Dreamseeker tells her about the shadow disaster, the frappetic dreams, being thrown 100 years into the past, and how everything connects back to her. Senadina told Dreamseeker that at the moment, Luoxing has only one city, Difeng, and she is the god who protects it. Looking for answers, Dreamseeker asks Senadina to be their Difeng's guide. But before the tour begins, Senadina goes off to find someone first. Catching up, Dreamseeker finds Senadina talking with a little girl named Candy. Turns out the person she had been waiting for is late, and to Dreamseeker's surprise, that person is Layla. But she is not the god Layla Dreamseeker knows. She is a child Layla. Wanting to give the two some time alone, Coralie and Helia decide to look for Layla separately. While waiting for them to return, Senadina gives Dreamseeker a notebook as a gift and brings her to the memorial hall to try some booths. When they arrive at the entrance, Dreamseeker realizes that she has no ID or ticket. Reluctant to trouble Senadina, Dreamseeker tries to use her shadow power to have a deep conversation with the shadow servant guarding the entrance, which fails miserably. She suspected it was because Senadina is close to her. Noticing Dreamseeker struggling, Senadina steps in and secures the entry. The first booth Dreamseeker tries is the Spirit Travel Box, a cocoon-like device that splits and transfers consciousness into a cotton doll named Abbees. The goal is to find the other two Abbees and reunite with them to return to the original body. However, since Silin, the booth owner, says she will eventually help locate the missing dolls if she can't find them, Dreamseeker decides to enjoy other booths instead. The second booth is the Inspiration Accelerator, a device that can bring imagination to life. After bargaining with Zero, the booth owner, he finally agrees to let Dreamseeker experience a 3-act play. The story was about Senadina and Dreamseeker in school setting, but during the third act, the system suddenly overloads and ejects Dreamseeker.
警告、システムオーバーロード、接続を強制解除します。
3
After the disappointing and abrupt ending, Senadina shares good news. She found the location of one of the Abbees. The information came from another booth owner who calls himself Spirit Vision. To reach the location, Dreamseeker must complete a trial inside a castle and offer laughter to a giant statue. But it turns out the entire setup is just a ruse by the Spirit Vision to pull Dreamseeker and Senadina into his live stream for clout.
しまった
セナ調査員、古城の主が見ていますよ。本当に。だ
ったら話は簡単だね。出てきてセオドラ。じゃないとそっちに行くよ。
Escaping the castle, the second Abbebe, a Sikh, appears from a box where she had been trapped by Spirit Vision.
どれ？セナと同じセリフを言ったのは私だよ。彼女と心が通じ合ってるから。っていうかどこから来たの？この偽物！あそこから。
To find the third and last Abbebe, Dreamseeker asks Jujian to use his Wonder Tracker, that when it struck the Dreamseeker, the people in Difeng are similar to the people in the future Luoxing. Anyway, following the tracker leads, they arrived in front of Nahralab's statue, but there is no Abbebe in sight. While discussing what to do next, Candy suddenly shows up with it, the last Abbebe called Dreamy. To claim her, Candy challenges Dreamseeker to a hidden memorabilia battle. And after winning the challenge, Dreamseeker finally gathers all of the Abbees. As for Candy, Dreamy surprises her by calling her parents to visit the exhibition, helping them fulfilling their promise. Returning to the spirit travel box, Dreamseeker finally returns to her real body. At that moment, Senadina opens the door, causing Dreamseeker to fall right on top of her, make the situation look awkward. Worse yet, Layla sees everything. Coralie and Helia witness it too. Introduction later, the group finds out that Layla is also participating in the Memorabile exhibition competition. Speaking with the other contestants, Dreamseeker's group learns that Serapium exists in this era as well, and she has submitted her writing. It's Layla's turn to showcase her Memorabile, and to Dreamseeker's surprise, her idea was a god's residence. Yes, it was the original concept behind the tower in Ruimu.
The voting results came in, and Layla's creation earned second place, losing by just 1 point to Botu's photograph, which even Layla herself voted for. Noticing Botu's familiar face, Dreamseeker asks him about Oxia. Then Jujian and Candy join the conversation. Suddenly, memories flood in. Dreamseeker realizes that Defeng's Jujian, Botu, and Candy are the same people who later exist in Oxia. Senadina told the group about tomorrow's plan. She and Layla wanted to plant a sapling, and to celebrate Layla's achievement, she invites everyone to her home for a party. Arriving at her home, Dreamseeker meets the sleepyhead Nakralab and also hears another familiar name, Litost. After looking around the house, Dreamseeker returns to Helia and Coralie to discuss the strange overlap between Defeng's people and future Oxia. Piecing together the clues, Helia concludes that the people pulled out by the Oxia Data Research Institute in the future are individuals from Defeng and other eras who fell into corruption rifts and sank into the sea of data with their memories erased. Seeing Dreamseeker tense up, Coralie tries to lighten the mood with a funny story. Everyone spent that warm night playing games. There is when Layla asks Senadina about a portrait she accidentally saw in her sketchbook. Senadina explains it's just a stranger she met in her dream. Tired of playing, everyone eventually falls asleep, only to wake up to commotion. The sleeping order somehow becomes mixed. Layla's supposed to be asleep between Senadina and Dreamseeker, but in the morning, it's just Dreamseeker hugging Senadina. Helia
苗木を植えるんだっけ？寝坊はダメだよ、レラ。根の水分貯蔵に最適なのは朝だって、昨晩ヘリアが言ってたし。何をしてるの？また同じことをするなんて。セナディアに抱きついちゃダメ。手を離して。このバカ、裏切り者、嘘つき。
Helia almost steps in, but Coralie stops her and told her to pretend to be asleep. Later, Nakralab told Coralie and Helia that it was her who moved Layla because she's flailing in her sleep, afraid she'd wake up Senadina and Dreamseeker. Layla storms out in anger, followed closely by Dreamseeker. While they're arguing, Dreamseeker suddenly collapses. She wakes up in the sea of data with Layla, who is turned into a white shadow servant. At that moment, Dreamseeker realizes the force that prevented the use of shadow power she tried on Shadow Servant in Defeng has disappeared. Dreamseeker tries reaching Vita, but receives no response. With no other choice, the two decide to find their own way out. Following the high-energy nodes as the direction, they come across a sapling, the one Layla and Senadina planned to plant. However, while Layla sees a simple sapling, Dreamseeker sees a massive tree with countless enormous trunks and a city above it, the city of Ruimu. After escaping the Sea of Data, everyone reunites in Defeng and plants the sapling together. Following a brief prayer, Layla gives Senadina's sketchbook to Dreamseeker as an apology for the misunderstanding earlier. When Dreamseeker opens the sketchbook, it becomes clear to Dreamseeker, Coralie, and Helia that the strangers Senadina met in her dream were Kiana and Vita.
これは一体。そんなに驚いちゃってどうしたの？こうなったらさすがのコラリー様も好奇心には抗えないね。どうしたの？ありえない。エリア、これを見て。これはキアナ先生にビタ？